this, basically. So time is nearly up. It really is. That's absolutely no joke. I've got tears in my eyes. So really, before you know it, time is just, you just got no time at all. And I'm under no illusion that I'm going to like live to be like old and grey. I could go out and someone could mug me or something and stab me and I don't know, whatever. And you know, it could happen any time. You know, you watch the news all the time. You see people like dying left, right, and centre, and you don't really think too much about it. But those folks who were like dying on the news, they were probably thinking the same thing. And it's, you know, you really could go at really any time. And you know, I'd really like folks to be able to live their life, no matter how long they've got left, to really live a fulfilling life. So there was a girl called Ashley. She had a disease called progeria. And this disease is one where humans age at about 13 times the normal rate. And so she was like around about like 13 or so. And folks with this disease, they usually die at that age. And so she was having an interview, and she was like telling the cameras that, you know, it's not about like how long you live. It really is about the quality of life that she had while she was alive. And you know, she was really grateful for what she had. So this is one of the things that really drives me. Just time is really up. So now that I'm really so obsessed about time, I'd like to like share some of my experiences with time management. And before that, I'm going to take one of these sips from one of these AX bottles. All right, time management. So what do? I keep constant track of my time all the time. I like this double watch over here, which I can like keep times of my different like time zones. I've got like clocks like everywhere I look in my house there's a clock. There's like when I go for a poo there's like a clock. When I go to the kitchen there's a clock. When I go for a bath there's a clock, and I'm like always keeping like constant track of time. So once you start doing that, you really get into the habit of like really appreciating how much time you don't have. Return on investment. So one of the things I do is really think about, okay, if I'm going to spend like half an hour on this, what sort of value is it going to bring about? So let's say I don't know, spend 20 minutes copy and pasting something. So that's kind of like not really productive. So what I would do is kind of like look for an automated way to do that. So I always think about return on investment regarding time. Invest in anything that saves time. So you can't stop the clocks, but one of the best things you can do is spend time or spend money on devices which help you save time. So it could be anything from like buying a faster computer, or like buying a cabinet which will enable you to like organize your stuff so that you can find things easily, so that you don't have to like spend time looking for them. Invest time in the short term to save time in the long term. So, let me go back over here. It's going to Danny's pie now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so when you're trying to like save time, what happens is you will notice that there is an association into setting up something to save time in the long run. But what happens is like you're so busy that you tend to implementing time-saving procedures in place. You tend to like put them off, but really do try to spend time to work on those time-saving procedures now, so that you get much more time afterwards. Okay, let's say for example, I don't know, FTP software. So FTP is like a protocol. It's too complicated. FTP is okay, right? FTP is okay. So FTP is a protocol which enables you to like upload stuff. So in order for me to like upload things quickly, I can make something called a droplet. Right? So it's little icons for like the password and like lots of details embedded. So all I need to do is like drag and drop a file onto it and just get uploaded, and then the URL of that file gets pasted to my clipboard. So doing things like that, I mean, that's going to take me like 10 minutes to set up, but it's going to save me like a ton of time afterwards. But while I'm busy, I think to myself, oh God, I don't have 10 minutes to do so. So really start to think about investing time in the short term and to save time in the long term. Danny's pie. So Danny's pie is, I didn't know what to call it, so we just called it Danny's pie. Is something which I used to talk about to my staff when I was at Amazon. And it's a way of really measuring and valuing your time. So that Danny's pie sounded like Danny's op pie, but I don't have one, so it's really bad. So let's say you've got like a pie split up into 24 hours. So let's say over here you've got, let's say for example you sleep for 8 hours. Let's say for example you work for 8 hours. And then you've got, this thing doesn't really work, does it? It's a lot. And then you've got, can you see that? Doesn't see that?
Yeah.
Yes. Commute. So you've got to commute, right? You've got to commute to work or you've got to commute to school, whatever. Let's say just, for example, that's 1 hour. But then you've got to health and hygiene, you've got to pee, you've got to poo, you have to look after your health, if you know what I mean. And then what you've got left is you've got 5 hours left for what I called self-development. And many of my staff in Japan, they kind of like stay back at work like all the time, and I really encourage them to think about if they stayed at work for more than their 8 hours, it's going to eat into their self-development time, or it's going to sleep into their, it's going to like eat into their sleeping time, and so on and so on. And this self-development time is like really important to basically improve one's self. So that could be anything from, I don't know, playing games, right? That's going to really, recreation is also another important part of self-development too. But there's things like looking up on Google, learning up new skills, like meeting new people and so on and so on. So self-development is just keeping track of like how many hours you don't have left of self-development really helps you manage your time. All right, time management, a little bit more over here.